All right. So you're looking to make an acting resume. If you don't know me, my name is Soong. I've been a working actor here in LA for over 10 years, and I share things that I learned along the way that might be helpful to others. I still hear a lot of questions about how to format your resume, what you should put on there, what you shouldn't. And it makes sense because you want to put your best foot forward when you're starting your career and come off professional. So we're going to make an acting resume step by step. And I'm going to go through four beginner mistakes to avoid. As always, none of this is gospel. This is just stuff that I've seen work and it's just my preference. All right, let's get into it. So we can open up any program. Google Docs happens to be free, so that will work for us. And pick a nice basic font. We're using New Times Roman right now. And under your name, you want to put your union affiliation. If you're in the union, SAG-AFTRA, or you could be SAG-AFTRA eligible or non-union. Let's just say you're non-union. And then we put our contact information. Email is pretty basic, maybe phone number, a website if you have it, and of course, social security number. Just kidding. And the number one beginner mistake, don't put too much personal info. Don't put your home address, maybe phone number. Don't put your age. This is not a political statement. You should be proud of whatever age you are, but this is your professional acting resume. You want them to believe that you're the age of whatever they're casting, any age. So we are good with just leaving our email and phone number and website. On the other side, leave your agent or manager's contact information. And then we get to our credits. Let's start with TV. This is where we list what work we've done. First column is name of the project. Second column is what role we played. Which brings up the question, how do we write our role? Beginner mistake number 2, do not put your character name. They don't know what it is. TV, there's pretty much 4 categories: co-star, guest star, recurring, and series regular. Major differences between co-star and guest star. Co-star is usually smaller, guest star is usually larger. Main difference is money. If you appear in multiple episodes, you count as recurring. And as far as series regular, you're pretty much in most of the episodes. And now we list the rest of our credits. So you want to put the bigger and better credits to the top. And on the right side, put the studio and the director of your episode. And if it's a guest star, you write guest star, or let's say it's recurring. And the next section is film. So let's talk about film roles: principal, supporting, and lead. Principal means you have a speaking part, which brings us to beginner mistake number 3, no background work. Supporting means you have a role big enough that it can't get cut out of the movie. It's kind of subjective, but that's the general rule of thumb. Now let's get to the rest of our film roles. And on the far right side, you just list the director. Now here's a little pro tip. If you start running out of space and you can't list all your credits, you can just write partial list. And now we get to our theater credits, and here you can write the name of the character you played. And on the far right, you write the company name. And just to show you, we can add a section for web series. And the setup is the same as you would for TV. Let's line up our rows so it's nice and pretty. And then the next part is commercials. So another pro tip, don't list all your commercials. Just write conflicts available upon request. And the next section is training. This is a really important one, especially if you're a newer actor. Write the name of the studio and what kind of discipline it was. If you have a theater degree, write that here. And now we get to skills. So, the big question, do you lie on your resume? I don't anymore, which is beginner mistake number 4. Don't lie on your resume. So funny story, back in the day, I kind of fudged how good I was at Taekwondo. Sure enough, I get an audition for an independent film, and the director is having me perform Taekwondo moves. It wasn't good. So I was doing a couple basic moves. Sure enough, he said, can you do anything a little more advanced, like a combination? He has this videotape footage of me doing the slowest roundhouse kick ever. It's kind of incredible this guy didn't bust out laughing. Don't lie on your resume. If you lie about a credit, sure enough, you're going to meet the casting director from that project at some point, and they go, oh, I worked on that project. This is bullshit. Or you say you're fluent in Swahili, and then next thing you know, you're on set, and they say, oh, so you say that you're fluent in Swahili. And now you're in a pickle. It's probably just safer to learn Swahili. Don't lie on your resume. So we go through our skills, start with languages, and try to be as specific as possible, but also be open-minded. The more skills you have, the more opportunities to get auditions. Stunts, martial arts, guns. We also want to put any dialects that we can do. We need our resume to be 1 page, so sometimes we have to adjust the size. Now we want to zhuzh up anything. Did you get any awards for any projects? List it here. We continue to zhuzh. Now we can put the final touches on our resume. Do we want to highlight anything? craft it to the job you're trying to get. Or if you've done more film, put that section first. So there you have it, an acting resume from start to finish. Now you are ready, locked, and loaded. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, check back and see what we're up to next week. Go get it.